Hey guys on YouTube, and welcome to another video of mine. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I'm gonna make a tech video pretty soon. I just gotta find time. Just been real busy and a bunch of stuff going on. And well, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about immigrating to the United States as a country and in 2024, and is it still worth it? Well, I'm gonna be doing this review of the United States, as a country, kind of in a similar fashion, kind of like how simply Alpaca, reviews older phones to see if they're still worth it this year. So I'm gonna be talking about, if you live in another country like Mexico or India or Argentina, anywhere like that, I'm gonna be talking about, is immigrating to the United States still worth it in 2022? 2024. Is immigrating to the United States still worth it in 2024? Well, first of all, starting with the outside, with the land area, with the land itself. Here in the United States, you are getting plenty of land that you can freely travel to. By land. You're getting 48 states that you can freely travel to by land. That's a very cool thing going on with the United States, and also as well, if you become a citizen of this country, you're also getting Alaska and Hawaii that you can freely travel to as well. Without needing a passport or anything like that, just an ID, and you're also getting a few more territories that you can also travel to as well, without having to go through immigration or none of that. You're getting Puerto Rico. I believe you're getting Guam, which is way out there towards the Philippines. and you're also getting the U.S. Virgin Islands as well, that you can also freely travel to as well without needing a passport or anything. So that's also a really cool thing going on with this country. Okay, moving on to the safety and security of the United States. I wouldn't say that the United States is the safest country in the world. There's a lot of dangerous places that the United States has had many problems, with thefts and robberies and shootings and murders and like that. So that's one thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be living here in the United States. But I suppose many other countries have that problem, so maybe not a big deal. If you just simply use caution, when you head out, and you be careful, who you with. So maybe not too big of a deal as long as you use caution. So with that covers it up there. It's moving on to the government and stuff like that, and the laws. Well, I guess the United States hasn't had too much problems with corruption, but I guess if you're homeless and like that, then the police could bully you around. So it's another thing to keep in mind. Okay, moving on to the economy of the United States. It's probably one reason why I probably wouldn't recommend that you immigrate to the United States. It's as basically living here in the United States, you're going to have to pay a lot more money, as far as expenses, like with rent, utilities, electricity, water, gas, if you use gas appliances, professional services like haircuts, mechanic work and stuff like that. You're going to have to pay a lot more for all those expenses here in the United States compared to, say, Mexico. In Mexico it's a lot more cheaper to live. So from that perspective, I really just don't think that it makes a lot of sense. To immigrate to the United States. I don't think that it really makes a lot of sense from that perspective. Being that it costs a lot more to live here in the United States than, say, Mexico. So from that perspective, I really just don't see why it makes much sense why somebody would want to immigrate to the United States, if it costs a lot more to live here. So that's kind of one thing that hinders me from recommending the United States as a country to immigrate to. And lastly, moving on to the jobs and opportunities for work and everything, I do believe that at least a lot of jobs, depending on what they pay per hour and how many hours they give you per week, I do believe that a lot of jobs, do pay more here in the United States than say in Mexico, but then again, it's very difficult, to find jobs. Years ago in the early 2010s, I was homeless, and I was running everywhere applying for different jobs. I couldn't find any, and obviously just from running around applying for different jobs, going to different interviews and everything, that that in itself is a lot of work. And from that perspective as well, I just can't recommend the United States as a country to immigrate to. So that's another thing that hinders me from recommending the United States. So with that covers it up there. So now to kind of wrap up this video and sum up this video and everything, the United States, does have a lot to love as a country. At least if you're unemployed, you are getting food stamps. So that's another cool thing to have. But however, to sum up this video, I really just can't recommend the United States as a country to immigrate to. Mainly due to the high cost of living here, and also just how difficult it is to find a job. I thankfully do have a job, working with my buddy from church, who, thanks to me speaking Spanish, and of course he's from Mexico. He's from Mexico. So thankfully I do have him to work with. But if it wasn't for him, I'd probably still be homeless and unemployed. So from that perspective, from my experience, I really don't think that it's worth it to immigrate to the United States. For example, if you're from a country such as Mexico, I'd probably say countries like maybe Spain or the UK or Ireland, Switzerland, maybe Argentina, Chile, or maybe Brazil or Japan, maybe even the Philippines. Those countries are going to be giving you a lot better living experience than the United States. Mainly since it would most likely be cheaper to live there and probably be a lot more job opportunities. So that covers it up there. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, and see y'all later. And I'll be doing another tech video maybe pretty soon, maybe how one of my computers is holding up today. So I'll see y'all later.